Well, this is part 5 of the 1973 homemade motorcycle, which is actually a 1972 Harley Davidson XLH Sportster. And kind of taking it down further, every part I took off, nothing was tight. Everything was loose. Most of the parts were like what you would find at Walmart at the hardware center. You couldn't, I mean, it was just all cheap ass shit. Everything was loose. That was really scary. And most of the original fasteners are gone on this bike. So that's, you know, she's been around, you know. Started her life in 1972, so she's what, 52 years old. And, you know, 52-year-olds are not like, you know, what they used to be. And I actually went in and I know I talked about it before on this ear mount. I went in and I welded 2 tabs in for the ear mount. I set the seat over there. I set the seat on and figure out the mount for it. And what I did is I came up with this little template, this little tab right here, and then I cut that out of some 3/16 plate, and you can see there it works pretty good. And so welded it and sprayed a little color back into it, so that should work fine now. But I don't know, I pulled the oil tank off. The oil tank was filthy inside, and it's gone through a generation of colors. It was purple, it was white, then it was primered, it was black, and then primered again. So got that going on. I was able to save the relay for it. The relay, yeah, a little part right there, which is an original part. I cleaned it all up and tested it, and it works. And that's starter relay. I mean, that's, you know, $50, $60 part. So but this is definitely a 72. Actually 72, this is the last year of the cast frame for Sportsters, and then they went to a steel cross member, crossed here, just a steel cross member. And the first I guess year, a lot of them failed because they didn't have a support strut there, a support strut here to do the to help carry heavier loads. And so that's so it's definitely a 72 frame or 71 frame. I think it, I don't know. And then still looking for I found a voltage regulator. The voltage regulator, that's probably why nothing worked on this thing. I haven't just dug into the starter yet. That'd be the next thing I take off. But I'm cleaning the parts up. I don't know how far I'm going to go cleaning stuff. I just, you know, the battery box was easy to pull. I needed to pull the oil tank and clean that out. I took the carburetor off. Carburetor's up for sale on eBay right now, so if anybody's interested, it's up there. I've gone all the way through that carburetor. It's in really good shape. Ran well on this, and it cleaned up really well. So that should be good for somebody who needs an S&S on her. But you know, as I'm an original guy, I tend to stick with the original parts. So yeah, I guess I'm going to take the fender off, and that rear fender off. This is an aftermarket fender. It's not. There should be rivets. There should be 3 rivets here, and they're not. But so this is an aftermarket fender. But I'm definitely going to to fill these two holes in, because I'm using this buddy type seat, so it doesn't use that. It uses the two mounts here and that and the mount there for the buddy seat. So and I don't even know if it should have that hole there. I think that's later. This is actually an earlier 70. This is an earlier bracket, so this is the correct bracket for this H bike. So I'm going to fill that hole in too, because it really shouldn't be there. And then I got the wire. I'm going to rewire it. I'll try to clean it up a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy on it, because I'm working on that super glide in there. I finally got the rectifier for the super glide, and I'll be talking about that. So she's getting naked. She's getting naked, and this will be just a fun little bike for my collection. It's a cool old bike, and seemed to run pretty good. So that's where we are on this one. So this is part, what did I say, part 5? So this is part 5 of the 1973 homemade motorcycle that I'm going through and just checking everything and cleaning up where I can. I'm going to rewire it and fill up some of the holes, and I'll probably put some paint on it. Just if I'm going to take it apart, I'm definitely going to have to paint it. So we'll see how far that gets. But anyhow, I just want to give an update on this bike, and we'll move on to the next one. So thanks for watching.